Hello dear students, hope all you are following about CET classes. So in last week we discussed about that electric charge and field, and now we will continue for that same electrostatic concept for a electrostatic potential and capacitance. So let me restrict only for that electrostatic potential here. Electrostatic potential. So in generally we know that electrostatic potential, that amount of work done to bring unit positive charge from that infinite distance to a finite distance without any kind of acceleration, so that we can consider as a electrostatic potential. So V is equal to what? So V is equal to W by Q, or work done W is equal to what? So V into Q. So if you give that classical approach, so W is nothing but what? Work is equal to force into displacement, so it is equal to V into Q. So this is about electrostatic potential. So what is the equation for electrostatic potential in case of a isolated point charge? So already you know the thing, just I brush up the things here. So electrostatic potential due to isolated point charge. So what is the formula for that here? Electrostatic potential due to isolated point charge. So isolated point charge. So you derive this equation for that theory examination. V is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So this is the required equation for electrostatic potential due to a isolated point charge. So in this case, so V is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So potential is inversely proportional to distance here. So now what is the relation between field and potential here? So in case of that electrostatic potential, so I have to consider that relation between electric field and potential. So relation between field and potential, what is the equation you derive? So E is equal to minus of dV by dr here. What's that negative sign signifies here? So negative sign indicates that so electric potential value is decreases along the direction of the electric field. So what's that negative sign signifies here? So negative sign indicates that electric potential value is goes on decreases along the direction of the electric field here. So in case of that potential, electrostatic potential, so I will consider that potential difference here. So what is potential difference here? So what is potential difference here? So potential difference, so it is the differ in the potential between the 2 point, or amount of work done to bring unit positive charge from one point to another point within a finite distance. So here it is infinite distance to a finite distance. So within the finite distance I am transferring the charge from that one point to another point here. For example, at point A plus Q amount of charge is placed. So I will choose point B and as well as point C here. So now, so what is the work done to move the charge from that B to C here? So that is potential difference here. So potential difference, that work done to move the charge from B to C here. So potential at C minus of potential at B into Q here. So what is that work done here? So work done is equal to potential at point C minus potential at point B into Q here. Suppose here that Q naught amount of charge is there. So this Q naught amount of charge is released at point B here. So then this charge gains the kinetic energy. So look at here, if the charge Q naught is placed at point B and this charge is released and this charge is moving from B to C here by gaining the kinetic energy. So charge Q naught is released at point B, that charge Q naught is moving from B to C here. So this charge Q naught acquires a kinetic energy. So then work energy theorem in first PU. So work energy theorem is equal to what? So work energy theorem, it suggests that work done is equal to change in kinetic energy here. So I want to give that relation between electrostatic potential and kinetic energy. So this is about that potential difference here. So next I will consider that, so if the charge Q naught is released from that point B here, it gains the kinetic energy. So and it is moving from B to C here. Then work energy theorem concept. So from that work energy theorem, so work done is equal to what? Work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. So what is that work done here? Work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. So work done shall I consider as a V into Q here? So V into Q is equal to kinetic energy. So I know that kinetic energy formula, half of m into V square here. What is the relation between electrostatic potential and kinetic energy here? Kinetic energy is equal to V into Q, or V into Q is equal to half of m into V square here. So now I will consider that in case of that electrostatic potential, so I will consider that possibility of zero potential. So zero potential is exist only for that unlike charges. So in case of that electric field, you consider that zero field for the like charge as well as unlike charges. But in case of that potential, so zero potential is exist only for unlike charges. So remember one point here. So I need to find out that zero potential. So zero potential. So what is that zero potential? So at particular one point potential value is zero. So zero potential is exist only for unlike charges. So remember one point here. So zero potential is exist only for unlike charges here. So this zero potential is exist only for that unlike charges. That zero potential may be present between the charges as well as outside the charges. So remember one point here. So zero potential is exist between the charges. Between the charges. So for example, I will consider two charge here. So for example, this is plus Q1 and another one is minus Q2. So I said zero potential is exist only for unlike charges. Let P be a point. So at this point there may be a zero potential. This point P is at a distance of x from the first charge. Total distance between plus Q1 and minus Q2 is r. Then what about the remaining distance here? So this is r minus of x here. So in order to get the zero potential from charge Q1, so x is equal to, so this distance is from charge Q1 here, x is equal to what? So x is equal to r divided by Q2 by Q1 plus of 1. What is the equation for zero potential here? So the equation for zero potential, when that potential, so when the zero potential is exist between the charges, I will use this formula. If suppose if the zero potential is exist outside the charges, so if that suppose, so I will consider one point here. Suppose that Q1 is less than Q2. So if Q1 is less than Q2, then zero potential is exist outside the charges. So remember one point here. If that magnitude of Q1 is less than that of Q2, then zero potential is exist outside the charges near to the charge Q1 here. For example, this is point P here. So this point P is at a distance of y from the charge Q1 here. This distance is r. Then from charge Q2 to point P, what is the distance here? So this is r plus of y, or y plus of r here. Then what about the zero potential distance here? So y is equal to what? So y is equal to r divided by Q2 by Q1 minus of 1 here. So look at here, I need to find out the zero potential. So that zero potential is exist only for unlike charges. For like charges there is no possibility of the zero potential here. So for that zero potential I have two formulas. So one is x is equal to r divided by Q2 by Q1 plus of 1 and Q2 by Q1 minus of 1. When should you consider that Q2 by Q1 plus of 1? That zero potential is exist between the charges. If the zero potential is exist outside the charges, you may take that value as a Q2 by Q1 minus of 1. So hope you are understanding here. Now in case of that dipole, so I will consider that electrostatic potential due to a dipole. For example, dipole means it consists of one positive and another one is a negative charge. Due to a dipole I will get certain kind of potential here. So that potential value for that electric dipole. So I want to find out the formula for electrostatic electrostatic potential due to dipole here. So already you learnt all these things, just I am going in a fast way, so just to remember the formulas here. Electrostatic potential due to dipole here. So what is the generalized formula for electrostatic potential due to dipole here? So electrostatic potential due to dipole, so V is equal to what? V is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So look at here, what is the connecting formula for electrostatic potential due to electrostatic potential due to dipole here? So electrostatic potential due to dipole, V is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. For example, this is plus Q and this is minus Q. So due to this dipole, I will get that potential value. So that potential value V is equal to P cos theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, where P represents what? P represents the dipole moment. What is the formula for a dipole moment? P is equal to Q into 2 times of AR, 2 times of L I will consider. So now what about the potential value if the point of observation is on axial line? And what about the potential value if the point of observation is on equatorial line? So I want to consider that potential value at axial line. So axial line means theta value is what? So theta value is 0. If theta is equal to 0, cos 0 means what? 1. So potential at axial point P is, so V axial is equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So what is the connecting formula for the electrostatic potential due to dipole when the point of observation is on axial line? When the point of observation is on axial line, so V axial is equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So if theta is equal to 90 degree, equatorial means what should be the angle I need to consider here? So angle is 90 degree. If theta is equal to 90 degree or point of observation is at equatorial means cos 90 is what? Cos 90 is 0. Then what about the potential at equatorial point? So at equatorial point potential is 0. So look at here, in case of the dipole, electric field is exist both in case of axial point as well as in case of equatorial point. In that first topic you derived the equation. Electric field at axial point also equation is there, and at equatorial point also equation is there, but potential is exist only along the axis here. So where the potential is exist here? Potential is exist only along the axis of the dipole. Potential value is 0 at the equatorial line. So you may not get that any kind of potential at the equatorial point. At the equatorial point, what is the potential value? So V equatorial is equal to 0 here. So hope you are understanding here. So now for example, now I will consider one conducting a sphere or hollow shell I will consider. In case of that hollow shell, what will be the equation for potential? So if the point of observation is outside the hollow shell, on the surface of the hollow shell as well as inside the hollow shell. So let me consider that one spherical shell here. So in case of that spherical shell, I will choose that different position here. So on that particular location, what will be the value of potential I need to find out here? So let me write that. Electrostatic potential in case of spherical shell. So this shell is conducting shell. So this shell is conducting shell I will consider here. So look at here. So for example, I will consider one hollow sphere here. So hollow sphere means inside there is, so there will be a empty space here. So for that purpose, so charges resides, so for the conductor charges resides only on the surface of the conductor. Charges will not present inside the conductors. That's the meaning I need to understand here. Let R be the radius of the hollow sphere. Then I will choose that point of observation. So let R be the point of observation at a, so this point of observation is outside the sphere here. So if the point of observation is outside the sphere, then what about the equation for the potential? When point is outside the sphere, here. So when the point is outside the sphere, what about the potential here? So V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here. What is the formula here? V naught is equal to, V out is equal to what? So V out is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. When, now I will choose that point P here. Point P is on the surface of the sphere here. When point is on the surface of the sphere, when the point of observation is on the surface of the sphere, on the surface, so on the surface of the sphere means radius is equal to point of observation here, so R is equal to capital R here. So when the point of observation is on the surface of the sphere means this value is R, so radius of the sphere is equal to small r here. So then formula V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here. So I will rearrange this formula in another aspect here. So V out is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is nothing but a from surface charge density. So sigma is equal to what? Q by S here. So Q is equal to, shall I write it as a sigma into S? So sigma into S means what? So that is surface area of the sphere. So that is 4 pi R square here. What's the value here? 4 pi R square. So wherever Q is there, so shall I write it as a sigma into 4 pi R square here? Sigma into 4 pi R square divided by small r here. So divided by small r means 4 pi will get cancel out here. Then what's the equation? Another equation for electrostatic potential outside the sphere. V out is equal to sigma into r square divided by epsilon naught r. What is the equation? I get it here. Sigma into r square divided by epsilon naught into r. Then what about that another equation for potential in case of that point of observation on the sphere? So small r is equal to capital R in the sense what? Sigma into r divided by epsilon naught. So these are all the equations. So this is also on the surface and this is also on the surface. This is also outside the surface of the sphere and this equation is also outside the surface of the sphere. Then what about the equation for that potential? So electrostatic potential in case of that conducting shell when the point of observation is inside that sphere here. So when the point of observation is inside the sphere means inside there is no charge. So in case of that conducting shell, so charges resides only on the surface, I said. Inside the surface charge is 0 means what about that field value? So charge is 0 means field is 0. Then if that field is 0 means potential value is constant. So remember here inside the sphere here. So what about the potential inside the sphere? So inside the sphere charge is equal to 0. So if charge is 0 means field is 0 here. From that relation between field and potential, E is equal to minus of dV by dr. So if E is equal to 0 means V is constant. What is the value of electrostatic potential inside the sphere here? Inside the sphere it has a constant value. So did you get my point here? In case of that hollow sphere, so inside that hollow sphere field value is 0 but that potential value is constant here. So from this one I need to draw that nature of graph potential versus distance here. So potential versus distance. So hope you are understanding here. When the point of observation is outside the sphere, when the point of observation is on the surface of the sphere, and when the point of observation is inside the sphere, I am having different formula. Now I will draw that nature of graph for electrostatic potential versus distance here. So I need to draw the graph for electrostatic potential versus distance here. So let me consider one hollow sphere here. So in case of that hollow sphere, I know the value of electrostatic potential when the point of observation is outside the hollow sphere, on the surface of the hollow sphere, as well as inside that hollow sphere. For example, this is one hollow sphere, this is center, and this will be the radius here. So what the potential value inside the sphere? I said inside the sphere potential value is constant. So potential value is constant means along x-axis distance from 0 to radius here, and this is remaining distance along y-axis potential. So from the center of the sphere to the surface of the sphere, potential value is constant. So potential value is constant means y coordinate value will not get changes here. So potential value is constant here once it touches the surface. If you take the point of observation surface to the outside here, surface to the outside means v is inversely proportional to distance here. V value is goes on, decreases. V is inversely proportional to r. So these are all the informations related to conducting sphere here. Suppose I will consider one non-conducting solid sphere. So for that, in case of non-conducting solid sphere, then what about the equation I need to find out here? So in case of that, electrostatic potential in case of spherical non-conducting shell. So in case of solid sphere, so I will consider in case of solid sphere. So this one is non-conducting solid sphere, non-conducting. So for non-conducting, so non-conducting means what? So charges are present inside the sphere also. So charges may occurs inside the sphere even. So for example, so this is non-conducting sphere. In case of that non-conducting sphere, charges may present inside the sphere here. So let r be the radius of the sphere. So in case of that non-conducting shell, potential outside the shell is same equation, v naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. So this is point of observation is outside. So this is outside the sphere, and if the point of observation is on the surface of the sphere, so on the surface of the sphere is also having the same formula here. So this is on the surface. So then what about the equation for electrostatic potential? So in case of that solid shell, so inside the sphere here, so point of observation is inside the sphere here. So inside the sphere, in case of that hollow sphere, there is no charge, so field is 0, potential is constant. But in case of that non-conducting sphere, charges are present here. If the charges are present means potential value is not constant, potential value is going to be vary here. So then what about the potential, electrostatic potential in case of a solid non-conducting sphere at the potential inside the spherical non-conducting body here? So that is so this value I will take it as a q square, sorry, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square into 3r square minus of r square divided by 2r cube. So remember this formula. What about the electrostatic potential when the point of observation is inside the non-conducting solid sphere? So when the point of observation is inside the non-conducting solid sphere, what's the connecting formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square into 3r square minus of r square divided by 2r cube here. Sorry, this one is q only. Suppose what about the potential value at the center here? So potential value at the center means what about the r value here? So at the center means r value should be 0 here. If r is 0 means what about the value here? So potential at the center. So if R is equal to 0, what it means? Potential at the center here. So if R is 0 means, what about the equation you will get? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into, so this is R square, this is R cube, so it will get cancelled out. One R term is there. So shall I write this equation as in this fashion? So 3 by 2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here. What is the value of potential at the center of the solid cylinder here? So sorry, solid sphere here. V of C is equal to 3 by 2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here. What's the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R is nothing but what? Potential at the surface here. So this is V of S. Shall I write that potential at the center of the sphere is equal to what? 3 by 2 into potential at the surface here. What is the connecting formula for potential at the center of the sphere to that of potential at the surface here? So potential at the center of the sphere is equal to 3 by 2 into potential at the center of the surface. It means that where will you get that maximum potential value in case of that non-conducting solid sphere here? So in case of non-conducting solid sphere, so potential is maximum at the center, then potential at the surface, then outside here. So where the potential value is maximum in case of a solid sphere here? In case of that solid sphere, so potential is maximum at the center and then on the surface and then outside the surface of the sphere here. Hope you are understanding here. On that in case of that solid non-conducting sphere, outside and on the surface have the same formula, but it has a different formula in case of that inside the sphere. Inside the sphere formula is this one, and at the center of the sphere means R value is equal to 0. Finally I got that V of C is equal to 3 by 2 into V of S. It means that potential is maximum at the center compared to that of surface and outside here. So potential value is maximum at the surface, then maximum at the center on then and the surface, and least value at the outside the surface. Then what is the nature of graph for this one? So in case of conducting shell or in case of that hollow conducting sphere, so potential is constant. So along y-axis horizontal line, but here as I move from that center of the sphere to the surface, then what about the potential value? Potential value goes on decreases here. So look at here, I want to find out the nature of graph potential versus distance in case of a solid sphere here. So in case of that solid sphere, potential versus distance here. So potential versus distance. So let me consider one solid sphere here. So this is solid sphere and this is center and this will be a radius. So for example, along y-axis I will take that potential value, along x-axis I will take that distance value. So look at here, as I move from that center of the sphere to the surface where the potential value is maximum at the center, as you move from that center to the surface, potential value goes on decreases here. So potential value goes on decreases here as you move from that center to the surface of the sphere here, and then from the surface to the outside again the potential value will get a drop here. So this is the nature of graph for the solid sphere here. So in case of that solid sphere, potential is maximum at the center as compared to the surface and outside here. So V of C is maximum here as you move from that center of the sphere to the surface, its value is decreases. From the surface to outside again that V value will get decreases here. So suppose in case of this electrostatic potential, I will consider two concentric sphere here, two concentric hollow sphere here. So in case of that two concentric hollow sphere, what about the electrostatic potential in case of a common center I need to find out here. So just to remember that final formula, electrostatic static potential for common center. So electrostatic potential for common center here. For example, two hollow sphere I will consider, and these two hollow sphere having that surface charge density here. So charges are present on the surface of the sphere. Okay, so first I will consider that. So this radius is small r and this one radius is capital R. So I will consider that capital R value is greater than that of small r here. Then what about the electrostatic potential at the common center here? So for example, electrostatic potential due to a common center. So V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R plus of R divided by R square plus of R square. What is the connecting formula for that electrostatic potential for the common center here? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into R plus of R divided by R square plus of R square here. Suppose I will consider that in case of these portion, for example, so inner shell having that radius small a and outer shell having that radius b. Suppose now I will choose that point of observation, P be the point of observation at a distance r. So that point of observation is inside the inner shell. First I will consider that point is, so point is inside the inner shell. Inside the inner shell. Inside the inner shell means R value is less than that of A. If R value is less than that of A, then potential value V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by A plus of Q by B here. So what's the formula? So if the point of observation is inside the inner shell here, if the point of observation is inside that inner shell means V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by A plus of Q by B here. Now I will choose that point of observation is on the surface here. So point is on the surface of inner shell, on the surface of inner shell. So when the point of observation, so second case I will choose that when the point of observation is, so this point of observation is at which location here? Point of observation is on the surface of the inner shell. So shall I write it this R is equal to A here? So if R is equal to A means the same formula here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by A plus of Q by B here. So if the point of observation is inside the inner shell as well as if the point of observation is on the surface of the inner shell, having the same formula here. Suppose in the third case I will consider that if the point of observation is, so third case I will consider if the point of observation is on the surface of the outer shell here. So first I will consider point is on the surface of outer shell, on the surface of outer shell. If that point is on the surface of the outer shell, then what is the connecting formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So on the surface of outer shell means, shall I take it as R is equal to B here? So if R is equal to B means Q by B plus of Q by B here. What is the connecting formula here? So V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by B plus of Q by B. So when the point of observation is outside the outer shell, so fourth case I will consider here outside the outer shell, outside the outer shell. Just to remember the formula. So fourth case, when the point of observation is outside the outer shell, so then what about the equation here? So when the point of observation is outside the outer shell, Q by R plus of Q by R here. So these are all the connecting formula for the concentric sphere here. So for the concentric sphere, 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q into R plus of R divided by r square plus of r square when the point of observation is inside the inner sphere, when the point of observation is on the surface of the inner sphere, when the point of observation is on the surface of the outer sphere, when the point of observation is outside the outer surface. So these are all the connecting formulas here. So first you list out the formulas. So I will send that formula list and we'll look at some questions related to electrostatic potential. So in case of Karnataka CET or in NEET examinations, so most of the questions you may get that 1 or 2 questions from this chapter. So first you remember that formulas here. So allow me to solve some numericals here. Okay, so we'll solve that certain questions related to electrostatic potential. A liquid drop of radius 1 centimeter is given a charge of 1 microcoulomb. One liquid drop is there. That liquid drop having radius is 1 centimeter. So for this liquid drop, it gives a charge of 1 microcoulomb. Potential at the surface I need to determine. Which thing I need to determine here? Potential at the surface here. So what is the value of potential at the surface here? So V is equal to what? So in case of that point charges, V is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R here. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Q value is 10 to the power of minus 6. Distance value is 10 to the power of minus 2. So V is equal to 9 into, so 10 to the power of 9 minus of 6, that is 3. 3 plus 2. So V is equal to what? 9 into 10 to the power of 5 volt here. What is that potential here? So in case of that liquid drop, potential value is 9 into 10 to the power of 5 volt here. Next one. Two parallel plates are 0.03 meter apart. So what is the separation between these two plates? 0.03 meter or 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. Distance between the two plates they mention apart. Field intensity between them is 3 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. So electric field between that plate is 3 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. Find the potential difference between the plates. So which thing I need to determine here? Potential difference. So E value they mention, R value they mention. What is the connecting formula for relation between field and potential? E is equal to minus dV by dr, or if you consider only magnitude, E is equal to V by R. So V is equal to E into R here. So E value is how much? 3 into 10 to the power of 3. R value is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2. 9 into 10 to the power of 1 or 90 volt here. What is the potential value here? Potential value is 90 volt here. So next we will consider electric potential V is given as a function of a distance x in meter. So potential value is given in terms of equation here. So V is equal to what? 5x square plus 10x minus of 9. 5x square plus of 10x minus of 9. So potential value they mention in terms of equation. Find the value of electric field at x is equal to 1. So which value I need to find out here? So electric field value at a distance x is equal to 1 meter here. So what is the connecting formula I need to use here? So as I said that E is equal to minus of dV by d of r d of x here. So let me differentiate this equation. In order to get that E value, what suppose I have to do? I have to differentiate that V value here. So if I differentiate that V value, so E is equal to minus of d by dx of, what is that V value? 5x square plus 10 of x minus of 9 here. E is equal to minus of d by dx of 5x square means that is 10x plus of 10. So this is 0. Differentiation of constant number is 0 here. So E is equal to what? So E is equal to minus of 10x plus of 10 here. So what they mention here, at a distance of x is equal to 1 meter, E is equal to minus of 10x, minus of 10x, sorry, 1 second, I will solve here. So E is equal to minus of, so this is 5x square, means that is 10x here, plus of 10. So E is equal to what? So 5x square minus of 10 into x plus of 10 here. So here minus of 10x minus of 10. What's that x value here? X value is 1 meter, minus of 10 into 1 minus of 10. So E value is minus 10 minus 10, minus 20 Newton per Coulomb here. So what is that electric field value here? So electric field value E is equal to minus 20 Newton per Coulomb here. So they given potential value in terms of equation here. Next, let me solve that another question. So as already you know these all formula, just so I am going somehow little bit fast here, so to save the time. So next one, how much kinetic energy will gain by a alpha particle to going from a point at 70 volt to another volt, so 50 volt here. So how much kinetic energy is required by an alpha particle? So alpha particle is nothing but what? So alpha particle is nothing but a helium here. So to move a potential 70 volt to 50 volt. So what is the connecting formula for that? A potential and that of kinetic energy. So work done is equal to what? Change in kinetic energy. So V2 minus of V1 is equal to what? So change in kinetic energy here. So V2 minus of V1 is equal to what? Change in kinetic energy here. So which thing they asked to determine here? So how much kinetic energy is required? So kinetic energy is equal to, so work energy theorem. So kinetic energy is equal to what? Kinetic energy is equal to work done. So work done, shall I take this one as a, so V2 minus of V1 into Q here, where Q is nothing but a N into A. So from quantization of the charge, kinetic energy is V2 minus of V1 N into E here. V2 value is 70, so V1 value is 50. So for helium, so atomic number, so that is 2. Charge on the electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 here. 20 into 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 here. So kinetic energy is how much? So 40 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules in terms of electron volt. So divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 here, it will get cancelled out. So kinetic energy is what? 40 electron volt here. So kinetic energy I have to express in terms of electron volt. Kinetic energy is equal to what? 40 electron volt here. Next one. So two charges 9 microcoulomb and minus 3 microcoulomb are placed 16 centimeter or 0.16 centimeter apart in air. So look at here, one is 9 microcoulomb, another one is minus 3 microcoulomb, and so separation between them is 0.16 meter. So or 16 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter here. Electric potential is 0 on the line joining the two charges and between them. So potential value is 0 between the charges they mention between them and at a distance p from the 9 microcoulomb charges. It means that from that 9 microcoulomb to this distance, point P is at what distance I need to determine. So for that unlike charges, if that neutral point is exist between the charge, means what's the formula I said? R divided by Q2 by Q1 plus of 1. R value is how much? 16 into 10 to the power of minus t. So Q2 value is how much? So 3. So Q1 value is 9. So plus of 1. So x is equal to 16 into 10 to the power of minus t. 1 by 3. So that is 4 by 3 here. So 4 into 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So 12 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter here. At what distance? You will get that zero potential from that 9 microcoulomb. From that 9 microcoulomb at a distance of 12 centimeter. From that minus 3 microcoulomb, what the distance then? So 16 minus of 12 here. So from that 9 microcoulomb, what's the distance of neutral point from the 9 microcoulomb? 12 meter here. So from that minus 3 microcoulomb, 16 minus of 12. So at a distance of 4 meter.